Well, greetings and salutations. I oops. Well, I'm playing back to myself. Hold on a second. Where is it? There we go. Sorry. The I just watched at least the first I would say up to about, let's see, it was after the arguments, and then when when Jaron was talking about God. Um I just watched the first half of the Jaronism live broadcast of the IIG independent research test that was done about the curvature of the Earth. and, and oh man, this this shit was good, man. It was good. I mean, it's basically the whole time. It's there's nothing that's actually shown yet. Okay, I need to point that out here first. No actual information has been shown yet. Nobody went up and actually looked in people's camera viewfinders. And for some reason, of all the flat earthers that showed up, and there's a couple of names there. Rob Skiba's there, Patricia Steers there, Mark Sargent's there, and a couple other yahoos. Not one of them brought their own stuff. They all got 900s. Not one of them brought their own stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, man. If I found out that flat earthers were going to come to my town or to some place that I could actually attend to perform a test, I would bring my own gear. I really would. I mean, Skiba's got gear. Okay. Sergeant's got gear. And yet they came here to observe somebody else doing the test just so they could sit there and go nuh-uh through the whole damn thing. I mean, what the hell, man? You know, I mean, Jaron figures he wants to get pissed because of the fact that nobody can hear him or nobody's listening to him or posing his questions because he's supposed to be, I don't know, whatever he is. But why? Where's your question of why didn't any flat earthers bring any gear with them? I mean, really, where was y'all's gear? I don't even get that. Okay, that doesn't even make. I would be out there. I would bring every camera I had. I'd bring my drone with me. You know, I'd be doing all of that. And wait, hold on a second. Dumpster fire that is Team Septic hangout. Yeah, I don't know. But you know, I mean, where was Skiba's camera? Skiba's got a 900, and if not, he's got some better gear. Okay, I'm sure Mark Sargent's probably got a 900 by now. Where was y'all's stuff? You know, I mean, really, where was it? And then in this interview here, Skiba's talking about what was he talking about? He was talking about he brought up Skunk Bay. I don't remember if it was in the pre-interview or in the post-interview. He brought up Skunk Bay, but the dude didn't even know where it was. Okay, didn't even know where Skunk Bay was. Everybody loves to use everybody loves to use the Skunk Bay footage, right? I mean, they all love to use it. YouTube, I'll just go over here. Comments. Thank you, by the way, for everybody who gave me good comments on the Tammy video. Really appreciate that. Look at this. Now we've all seen that. Oops, no, I'm in the wrong place. We've all seen this thousands of times. Every flat earther loves to bring it up. Okay, and let's see. I think this is the one that everybody likes the most. Gets a little, yeah, this guy right here. Okay, everybody loves to bring this up. And Skiba's using it as his background, but Skiba doesn't even know where it's filmed. Doesn't even know. Okay, and that's not me just pointing that out. He actually turned around and asked the camera where it was that stuff was filmed. Okay, why would you use something if you didn't know where it was filmed from? Okay, and we all know what's good. We all have seen this. Okay, we've all seen this. I know exactly where the house is that it's filmed at. Okay, but it's just, I find it absurd that you would use that as your background, and then they start throwing out all these words at the end and stuff like that. Flat earthers don't listen. They only want to be told that they're right. Flat earthers don't listen at all. You had to hear the end of the end of the discussion. Yeah, look at all this. Look at all this cool stuff going on here. Okay, but until you know where it's filmed from, okay, which I personally do, I researched it the very first time I saw it. I can even tell you the house. I can tell you that it's up on the second floor. Okay, I can tell you that they're about a good, I think it was 17 meters, 18 meters off the water line. Okay, but for a flat earther to sit there and use this as some kind of a justification and stuff like that when he doesn't even know it was filmed, dude, I could have made this shit up. Bonehead. But nevertheless, I'm gonna kill that. It's so funny. Okay, now here's where the test was being done today. Okay, test was being done. Don't mind this line. That was something else I was measuring. But I'm gonna just delete that because that was actually my guesstimation of where it was. It turns out I was only a couple of meters off. And then this was a line that they had actually started drawing. So sorry, I was researching as they were, because that's what real researchers do. They research while people are actually presenting stuff, as opposed to just coming up with excuses. This is where they were at. Okay, this is right where they were at. This parking lot. This is the other. Now, I think they were trying to say that they were over here. It really doesn't matter at this point. This is only really a couple hundred meters difference, but it would have a small effect, but not very much. But they were saying that they were here. No, they're actually here. The reason why you know this is because there's parking spots between the pavilions as opposed to all the parking spots being behind the pavilions. But, who cares about details, right? But anyway, this is where they were at. And now the reason why you notice the line moves around here, the reason why the line moves around there is because the lines that are drawn on Google Maps are as best they can starting at sea level. Okay. Now, the problem is with this lake is that this lake is actually 70 meters below sea level. Okay, the area is actually below sea level. The lake itself is below sea level, which actually gives an advantage. Well, no, scratch that. But actually, I think it gives more of an advantage to the globe because the curvature would actually be greater over a shorter distance. But okay, sorry about that. But here's what I got here. Okay, this line from there to where they actually stated that they were standing, which is right here along this shoreline right here. Okay, that is 9.68 miles. Okay, 9.68 miles. Let's go over here to the handy dandy here. Now, most of the cameras there, I would say they were at maximum 4 feet off the water. Okay, I didn't really see anybody who was filming at the waterline. There was one camera that they pointed to, but I don't know if they're going to use that footage or not. I just don't know. But 9.68 miles, okay, gives us 34 feet of obstruction. Now, one of the ladies there towards the end was saying, "Oh, but I see trucks and I see cars, driving along and stuff like that, and I shouldn't see that per the curvature of the earth and all this other stuff." Bullshit. Okay, let me call bullshit on that first. Okay, again, 34. This is just declaring a perfect sphere Earth, but what she sees driving along, which everybody sees driving along, is along this highway. This highway, okay, is negative 211 feet, whereas the shoreline, okay, is negative 2. Well, I'm sorry, right down to the shoreline, negative 230 feet. Okay, so you're gonna see the trucks. You're gonna see things going across here, right there at the top of the horizon. And now, if you want to laugh really hard, you need to laugh at the where's oh wait, where's my windows here? I got windows everywhere now. You need to laugh at you need to listen to the discussions, quote unquote. Okay, this is what I'm saying. This poor guy getting assaulted from flat earthers who are more ignorant than anything else. You know, first they asked if what do you call it? They wanted to know, they were just about to do this boat test where they're going to bring a boat out into the water, and they were like, "Well, how are you going to judge how far away from the shore they are and stuff like that?" And he turned around and they even asked, "Are you going to use GPS?" And he said, "Yeah, we're going to use GPS." And then all of a sudden, the discussion turns into GPS is land based, of which not one single flat earther has ever proven. Okay. And the reason why they haven't proven it is because it's not land based. Never has been, never will be. Not GPS. Okay. Yes, you can talk to me about the Loran system and all this other stuff. That's not GPS. Okay. All that is a time pulse. That's all it is. And all they do is they come back and all they're doing is just trying to get at this guy. But they don't have anything to say. Mark Sargent has nothing to say. Patricia Steer tried to get in there, has nothing to say. Jaron, they couldn't hear you, has nothing to say. And Skiba, who comes in trying to say that we should always start everything out non-biased and all this other stuff, but his own words, it has to function with scripture. Bias much? I mean, really? Come on, man. This is just So nevertheless, there is nothing at the moment to report on this other than the fact that these guys said, okay, as per the heights that were reported from the distant end, and I'm waiting to see what the results were. I know that I do not have the results yet. However, stated here, they didn't see, nobody saw anything until the balloon, I think he said it was like 40 feet or 35 feet above the ground. What they used, there's like one point where they show a picture of what they were going for, and morons with the cameras, that, oh geez, it was just so bad. Well, screw it, I'll just draw it out. The what they actually used was over on the distant end. They had a pair of balloons. Okay, Jaron tried to make some silly joke about it, but his ignorance is astounding. They had a pair of balloons. Okay, and then what they did from the pair of balloons is their actual words were they hung a PVC pipe. Okay, and this PVC pipe they completely wrapped up in what appeared to be like mylar or something similar. It just looked like a big aluminum stick almost, but it was like really crumbly looking. And then they had a line going down here and a line going down here. Like I said, I'm sure this will actually be produced later, so you can see this all better. But this is what I caught out of the video. And then what they did was, above the ground, they just raised this thing up until this reflective line could be seen, and then do a measurement, and that pretty much ends that. I mean, it's a pretty simple test what they did, and I thought it was kind of creative. But of course, as soon as this poor guy here came in and said, this was the height, this was this is how it worked, this is how we saw it, and all this, so therefore Earth's curved, period. And oh my God, the flat earthers couldn't get enough of that. They just hoarded in on the poor guy, was talking about, lensing and blocking and all this other, crap that not one of them, I'm going to say this again, not one single flat earther has ever demonstrated. Okay, ever measured, just kind of said it's there. And then Jaron wants to bring up the PW video. This is actually where I stopped recording. Jaron wanted to bring up the PW video, which is a video where he shot along a street that goes across top of a dam. I think this is actually in Thailand. And what do you call it? And to be fair, I'll show it. Okay, I will show it. Hold on. We don't need to hear this interview because you can tell that Rob was actually getting a little bit sick of the fact that Jaron said the church ate shit. But and then they also wanted to talk about some mountains over here, but way off in the distance. But now watch this. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. 650 meters. Okay, which really isn't going to show you a whole hell of a lot, Jaron. Jeez. Now, here's where this gets funny. Okay, now he's talking about the PW video is basically saying that curvature isn't curvature. It's actually in this particular case, it's the superior mirage happening over here and all this. That's what he wants to say. Okay, that's 100% of what he wants to say. And now this is where he kind of shoots himself in the foot, though. Okay, because apparently this is supposed to be a perfectly flat. In fact, I think PW even said that in the video. Perfectly flat road across the dam. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and print screen that. New slide. Go gadget PowerPoint. Okay, so like this. Then paste, and then crop, crop, like that. Okay, now remember, Jaron, this is what you brought up, man. Okay, because you know that PW said that this whole thing is supposed to be perfectly flat, right? Now, you want to tell me shape outline? I'll go for red because it stands out. I'll even bring the weight up a little bit. You want to tell me that this thing is perfectly flat? I mean, really, you want to tell me that this is here? Actually, you know what? I'll even go along the line. Okay. You want to tell me that that's perfectly flat? All this up and down bullshit. You want to tell me that this is perfectly flat? Okay. Let me give you the short answer. It's not perfectly flat. Period. Okay. And aside from that, having where's that? Having the superior mirage is not helping you. Okay? Because superior mirages are only visible after the horizon of a curve. Don't believe me? I have proof. I filmed the shit myself. Okay? I know you don't believe me. Hold on a second here. Let me go over here. Now, most of you have already seen this, but just in case Jaron hasn't, because, Jaron is Jaron. Where did I have that? I think I was going to have that under this. Oh, no, that was me debunking Bob and his stupid comments about the lighting of the moon. Where is the damn thing? Give me 1 second here. I moved it to another folder. Hold on. No, that's not it either. That was me showing what the difference between a composite and not a composite. Here we go. So, it's me walking across a curved bridge. Granted, a bit more curved than that dam. Me walking across a curved bridge. Still walking across a curved bridge. Okay? Me at the top or the horizon of the bridge. Me moving beyond the horizon, that's when the superior mirage starts happening. Beyond the horizon. Okay? Here's me back up at the top. Here's me a good couple of steps afterwards. Okay? You tell me, where's that inferior or superior mirage happening, huh? Morons. Okay? Jaron, if you would actually spend 5 minutes of your day actually going out and testing things, not coming up with reasons why you can see laser reflecting off of a whiteboard at a height that would be visible anyway. Okay, not going out there saying, "Oh well, my test didn't work because I melted the laser." Okay, and for all you people who are subscribed, mind you, paying 120 something bucks a month for FE Core, and y'all been doing that for the past couple of months, probably getting upwards around $1,000 that you've given out, and all they gave you was a PDF. You need to be rethinking some shit. Okay, you really do. So I'm just going to say right now that I have to wait for the actual stuff to come out. Okay, I do not have access to it. I do not have anything for it. I don't have any of the results that were shown. I'm just going on the words that were spoken and the obvious reactions from flat earthers. Flat earthers who were too dumb and too lazy to bring their own stuff out. Okay, because I'll tell you this: if I had gone out to let's just use as an example, if I had gone out to Jaronism's laser test that he had along that canal those 2 times, you know, the ones that he actually deleted all the videos and all of the trailers for because it was such an it was so bad and so against him that he actually tried to make it so nobody ever knew that he even presented it. If I had gone out to that, do you think I would have just gone out there with cigarettes and popcorn? No. I'd have gone out there with my own gear, at least at a bare minimum, a good camera. Since it's all about the observation anyway, I would have gone out there with a good camera. Did any of these guys go out there with a good camera? Oh, this was also funny. This guy here, this gentleman here, now I think they said that this is National Geographic. I don't know. Okay. I didn't see anybody whip out a business card. Okay. But I found it particularly humorous that he was interviewing Skiba, and I think he even interviewed Sargent at one time, with a GoPro. There's some kind of poetic irony there. And I just thought that shit was so fucking funny. So, yeah. Yeah, epic facepalm, no doubt. Now I have not watched the boat test. Okay, that's the second half of this thing. Okay, basically at any point where Skiba's got his thingy on there, and oh, it's about damn time you got home, Sean. 1 second. I have one Mr. Hubbard who also watched this and probably watched a lot more of it than I did, and make sure I get him in here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and Gio, if you watched it, man, send me a message, man. So, waiting for Mr. Hubbard to get here. Share. Oh my God! This whole time I haven't been sharing my screen. Oh my God! I feel like such a moron. Hey, look! I'm sharing my screen now.
Well, hello.
Hey, Sean. Guess what?
What?
I've been doing a couple of minutes of hangout here, showing all kinds of neat stuff, and I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing my screen. Yeah, give it a couple of seconds there, Fino. It takes a second. Anyway, okay, well then I'll go back and summarize real quick here.
So
Oh,
did you happen to catch the Freudian slips by Skiba?
which one was that?
Oh, he did two good ones. The first one was, oh God, let me think, because I don't want to misquote him and misrepresent him. They asked him what he thought we were going to see for the testing.
Right.
And he says, you're going to see what you want to see, because you're going to see what the globe predicts. So that was Freudian slip number one. So if we're going to see that it's going to match what the globe says before they do the test, according to Skiba, why the fuck would you think it's a flat Earth? And two, the second Freudian slip, which I think is actually a bigger issue, and this was not prompted by the person interviewing him, he just kind of threw it out there, that when globe earthers go to do experiments, they just say it's the curvature, and when flat earthers go to do experiments, they have to come up with all kinds of reasons to make it work.
Well, yeah.
That should be very telling, that Skiba knows that flat earthers have to make up bullshit to make it work.
That's pretty much it, man. This is the did you
Rob
catch all
Skiba,
did you
June
catch
10th.
Yep. Did you catch all of the arguing that started going to this one poor guy there in the at the end of the visual test? Did you catch all the arguing that, I mean, they were just trying to tear him up. Oh, GPS is land based and atmospheric lensing and blocking and all this other crap. Did you catch the fact that Skiba didn't even notice or didn't even know where Skunk Bay stuff was filmed, yet he used it to his for his side?
I'm losing you for a second.
Well, he did, and it's just by the way, I'm catching up a little bit here on the screen here just so I could show. This was PW's video. He was filming along the street of a dam. See this? This is Superior Mirage. Okay.
Yeah.
And then here is me standing on top of a curved hill or curved bridge. This is me actually before it now. Look, moving towards the top, moving towards the top. Now I'm actually at the top. And then now as I start going back down, the Superior Mirage becomes visible. Superior Mirage, in this instance, comes after a curve. Period. I can test it. I can display it. Flat earthers cannot. So it's just fucking nuts, man. And what do you call it? Yeah. And I felt that here. Let me show this one thing, because this is the point I was making before somebody let me know that I wasn't actually presenting. This is a wonderful picture. This is Rob Skiba being interviewed by, I think they said it was National Geographic, being interviewed on a GoPro.
Well, I don't think he was actually from National Geographic. I think he was just one of the people that are doing the testing, because National Geographic basically sponsored the test.
Okay.
It wasn't National Geographic actually doing the testing.
No. That was IIG. I 100%. The blue shirts were IIG, but I think this guy wasn't IIG. He was somebody else, and I'm just going off the fact that they say National Geographic, even though I wonder if Jaron even has IIG in here. No, he doesn't. So whatever. But send him money.
No.
But hold on, there's some nasty purple fringing at your shoes. Yeah, at the very bottom when I'm standing on top of that bridge. Yes. Mm-hmm. But no, it's just and they all ganged up, and I mean ganged up as in it's not like the dude couldn't handle it and all this, but he actually did turn around at one point and he says, "I don't give a shit, and you guys can kind of go on your own way." This is when Mark Sargent got in there telling him that nobody else knows better than him, and what do you call it? And then Patricia Steer even kind of butted in and stuff like that. And dude was just getting sick of it. I mean, because flat earthers have absolutely, positively no ability to have a decent conversation where they know that they could potentially be wrong. Okay, they turn into little 5-year-olds when all of a sudden something that they said obviously doesn't make sense. Okay, so hey, Mark Sargent or anybody else who was out there at that thing, where were your cameras? Okay, now it looks like Sargent got a bag over his shoulder, man. What was up with his stuff? You know, and I mean, or are you carrying a purse? One of the two. I don't get why they didn't bring their own stuff out.
Well, because I'm not sure how much notice they had, but I didn't know about it until I saw that Jaron was live and saw something on National Geographic.
Okay, well, understand this. There was one dude on here. It was a dude with a white shirt on who was talking about the incredible distance that he drove out for this thing. Okay, that takes at least a day of planning. So these fuckers knew about this.
Yeah. Okay. So why didn't they promote it on their channels at all?
Right. Number one, why not that? Now that's all speculation. We don't know why. But the other side of it is they obviously knew that they were going. Okay. Now, whether they wanted to promote it or not, I don't know, and I can't speak to that. But now there was one guy who was talking about, having driven like 1,000 miles or something like that to this thing.
2,000 actually.
Yeah, something like that. Now, Sean, there's a test going on, and you have to drive 2,000 miles to it. How much warning do you need on that? At least 2 days, right?
Yep.
Okay. And do you think in 2 days you could have charged up the batteries in your P900 and your drone?
Oh, yeah. My drones would have been all kinds ready for that.
And oh my God, as YouTube video producers, would you not have wanted to provide your own footage?
Well, yeah. But they had their cell phones?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because a cell phone's going to do it for you. I mean, come on, man.
Well, to be fair, one flat earther there did have their P900 on the shore.
Yeah, I saw it down on the shore, but where's the footage? Or at least a look into the viewfinder.
Oh, my favorite bit about that whole thing was how excited Jaron got when they were first putting the balloons up.
Yeah.
He got so excited because they were able to see them when the balloons were only 20 feet high off the ground. And you could just hear the disdain in his voice when they said, well, yeah, they're also back on the berm by 20 or 30 yards from the shore. Then when they actually put it down to the waterfront, they couldn't see the damn mylar until the mylar got 40 feet up. And that's when the whole, well, it's because it's so hot and refraction and
they start going into all the stuff that they've never ever proven. Ever. Or excuse me, never, it's not that the stuff doesn't exist, it's that they've never tested it to show what should happen at X distance from X height. Never.
The globe model says we're supposed to start seeing it at 35 feet. They start seeing it at 40, and all of a sudden it's proof for a flat Earth. I don't get it.
Yeah. And here's Mark Sargent. Well, I know exactly what's going on here. You guys have no clue and all this. And jeez, it was so funny. But by all means, everybody, go ahead and look at it for yourself. He's going to get a couple thousand views on it anyway, so a couple of hundred of my friends, it's not going to hurt. Go ahead and watch it yourself. Don't take my opinion on it, but pay particular attention to, number one, Skiba's interview in the beginning. Okay. Now
where he makes the 2 slips.
Yeah.
I love those slips.
Yeah. Skiba's interview in the beginning, it starts at about 16 minutes, somewhere around there. Okay. And it goes for about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. Maybe even a little longer. But then definitely, even if you watch nothing else, okay, definitely watch from, let's see here, because you had to see how mad they got when the guy was actually giving his own report to his own cameraman of what came out of everything, and everybody, including Jaron in the background on the live feed, they're all going, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and all this other stuff. And that's right at about the, I would say right here, about the 17 or 1 hour and 17 minute mark. Please watch it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Watch it for yourself and listen to how many bullshit ass excuses that they come up with.
You won't be disappointed.
I saw a truck driving across there. You shouldn't see that across the globe and all this bullshit. Okay. I'm sorry. I just showed a little while ago a camera at 4 feet across 9.68 miles. It's only going to be 34 feet of obstruction. Okay, and that road. Okay, here's where they were. Sorry. Let me show this because I wasn't showing this before, unfortunately. Okay, this is where they were at. They were all kind of bundled up here on this shoreline right here. Okay, not on this side, but on this side. This is 9.68 mile line. Okay, and they were performing their tests here and also back up on the berm. Okay, please note when you are actually looking at this stuff, the lines will appear to move like street lines and all that other stuff of what you make on here because those lines end at sea level. This lake is below sea level. Please understand that. This is below sea level by about 70 meters. Okay. And so here they are, they were at about, 230 feet at the water line, minus 230 feet the water line. And I'm sorry, but the highway goes up about another 30, maybe even, yeah. And as you go around this corner, it's 40 feet up. Okay. So, of course, you're going to see the damn trucks because they are above what would normally be obstructed at that distance because of the curvature of the earth. Period.
Say it isn't so.
I mean, come on, you morons. So this is just it. I really think this was all too funny. And I recorded the first, I recorded all the way up to the part where they're talking about PW's bridge. And
God.
Yeah, but you did catch the, well, I think I asked you this already. He talked, Skiba talked about Skunk Bay as his
he
proof.
talked about it several times.
Yeah, he talked about that several times, but guess what? He didn't know where it was filmed.
Well, would that be Skunk Bay?
No, he even said it there. He was like, he didn't even know where it was filmed.
Jeez.
Now, I'm not going to out the guy's house, okay, because I really love the guy's footage. I really do. Because he doesn't only do curvature shit. It's just a video that he made that all of a sudden flat earthers just swarmed on and all this. But what do you call it? And he has no dog in either fight, so it doesn't matter what you say to him. But I'm going to tell you that to the island of Skunk Bay, or that island, that strip of island that comes out there.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. I'm gonna bring it up again. Skunk. I know how high I even know how high the damn shit is where he filmed from. But flat earthers won't care about that.
Well, of course not.
So it's just like.
Well, you got to remember that they love to use a zero elevation for all camera angles.
Right. So I'm going to tell you that the Skunk Bay footage. Where's Homeboy's house? There it is, right there. Okay, the Skunk Bay footage. Like I said, I am not going to show this on here. If you're a flat earther and you're too lazy to research it for yourself, I don't give a shit. Okay, to that lighthouse at the point of the Skunk Bay footage, which is on the left, the center left-hand side there. Okay, is 7.70 miles. Okay, it's shorter than the distance that's here. However, the land at the base of the guy's house, okay, mind you, the water is actually sea level because that is water that connects to the ocean. The base of the guy's house is 56 feet above the water. Okay. And then add to that probably about another what would you say, about 8 feet per floor? Somewhere around there, 7.5, 8 feet.
Yeah, being safe.
So put another 16 feet on there because it's from the second floor. Okay, so 54. Let's see. Hold on, let me get a calculator out here just because I'm lazy like that. Okay, 54 plus 16 equals 70 feet. Got it? 70 feet. All
I
right.
was just texting Mike.
And then, let's see, Earth curve calculator. From 70 feet. What was the distance I just gave? 7.7 miles. Over 7.7 miles. Guess how much is blocked? Come on, give me a good one. Guess how much is blocked?
What was the altitude?
Altitude is 70 feet over 7.7 miles.
I'm gonna guess 0.
Damn you.
Oh,
70 feet, 7.7 miles is 0 feet. The horizon doesn't actually start until afterwards. Got it? Cool.
what I like about that video right there for Jaron, enjoying our work. They did no work on this test.
Oh, of course not.
But if you're enjoying their work, here's 4 ways to pay me.
Yep. Oh yeah, by the way, fuck that. So all in all, I am waiting to see what the results of this test were. However, dude already stated what the results were because they were sitting there looking through the cameras and through this one nice little fat telescope. Yeah, they already stated that we didn't see it until it was at least about 40-something feet above the ground, which is funny that he says it was actually about 40-something feet above the ground. You know why that's funny? Because you see, according to the Earth curve calculator, it should have only been obstructed up to about 30-something feet.
Mm-hmm.
But 30-something feet plus the superior mirage would bring it to about 40-something feet at that distance. Another 10 feet on top of it. So guess what? You still got nothing. And then
I just can't get over when they were doing the test, when they're actually putting it up the first time with just testing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it was 20 feet. Jaron got so excited about them being able to see it.
Yep.
And they said, well, now we're going to take it to the shore. And you just hear the disappointment in his voice. It was just so great. He's like, wait, they're not at the water yet? Oh.
So, oh man, this is just like I said, we don't have any of the end data yet. We only have the words in the closing interview. And obviously the "oh no" reaction from flat earthers.
I hope they put that in the documentary. I hope they do.
Oh, if they don't, I will. Because I'm waiting for the stuff to come out here because I am so wanting to do a video on this. And hold on one second here. But I am so looking forward to this to see how this comes out, because you need to understand, flat earthers. Okay, you really need to understand this. A couple of your more popular flat earthers showed up for this test and did not perform anything.
Nope.
Didn't bring a camera. Didn't bring a theodolite. Didn't bring a drone. Didn't do anything. Did not do one thing except for wait until the end of the test and then tell everybody that everything they did was wrong. I mean, think about that. Didn't do a damn thing.
What did Jaron call those? Armchair warriors?
Something like that. So before any flat earther comes to me about this, you need to go over to your boys and girl-ish thing, and ask them why did they just let somebody else do the test.
And according to Bob and FE Core, it shouldn't have been a problem because it was less than the distance they had with their laser.
Yeah. No, they're waiting to send out another PDF. But and I can only I know I said this before, but I'm just gonna say it again. People who pay, what is it, $125 a month for the premium membership to FE Core?
Mm-hmm.
$125 a month. How long they've been around now? Couple months. Okay, getting close to about $1,000 you gave out, and all FE Core has given you is a PDF.
Yep.
That's all they gave you.
Can we say Harkeesian Part 2?
And not only did they send you only give you a PDF, which I'm pretty certain pissed off a lot of FE Core folks that Globebusters was selling. Globebusters turned around and killed all of their comments on all of their videos.
Yep.
Because they were getting busted out for being frauds.
Con men, like I've been saying since day one.
Frauds. And I honestly, I feel really bad about the dude who developed that. What was he calling it? The nickname he gave it, that salad system. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm a technical guy, so I really dig it when somebody comes out with something new like that. And you know what? I'm willing to bet that thing probably did work. Okay, but sadly, for who? Okay, everything that was done with that was bullshit. And you don't have to believe me. Check this out. Okay, because there is absolutely no reason for the senior proponents and senior promoters of FE Core, being Globebusters, okay, there's absolutely no reason for Globebusters to, oh wait, did that say live? No, okay. For Globebusters to go through all of their videos and disable their comments.
Yep.
Absolutely no reason. Okay. Other than to say, now we're being busted as frauds. So that means Morgile, Bob, Jaron, and everybody else associated with the whole Globebusters name and the FE Core name, Dr. Zach, okay, every one of you is a fucking fraud. As proven by yourselves, the only thing that you guys came out with, wait a minute, where's the FE Core video?
Did they take it down?
Wait a minute.
They couldn't have.
Wait a minute. Now, am I just missing something here? It was after this. It was after the whole.
Yeah.
Where's the FE Core video?
Was that the one that was that 2 weeks ago or before that? Because they didn't have a show today because of the whole National Geographic.
They haven't had a show, and this was that funny one about sunspots. Hold on. I don't want to misspeak, so I'm going to actually check here. You don't have to remind me about Subarats, man. Subarat's been a fraud since forever. Let's see. No, that's all about lunar stuff. Hold on. They did a whole thing. You and I watched it.
Yeah.
They did a whole thing just about the FE Core.
Maybe somebody turned them in for claiming to be 501.
Oh no,
3C.
Here it is.
Oh.
Okay. No, they got it. Okay.
Okay.
I think they just changed the thumbnail for it. Okay, but nevertheless, I pulled in right to the right spot. All they produced for you is a PDF. This wasn't even right. This was fucking funny. Yeah, that's all they produced for you. PDF. That was it. With a bunch of just pictures. Pictures of nothing. Literally pictures of nothing. But because they were getting busted out on it, they disabled it. I mean, go to any video of theirs. All the comments have been disabled. All of them. Okay. This was about the time where Jaron was actually pumping his video. His
laser test that he took down all the traces of?
Yeah, the two laser tests that he did but didn't do, and yeah. took down all the videos for it. You guys are frauds.
Technically, he never actually released a video for the laser test results. He just
no, he didn't. As a matter of fact, he came to my channel and proclaimed more. Why would you come to me instead of your own subscribers? Those who are footing the bill for your shit. Okay, he came to my channel to comment on the failure of that test, then put out another little short piece of a video saying a totally different story. Because in my channel, remember when you and I were answering that?
Yep.
In my channel, he said nothing about melting the lens and all this other stuff. But on his thing, he turned around and told everybody, yeah, we melted the lens and all this, and we couldn't get it out. It was all that bullshit. So Jaron's dude.
Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. He kept on delaying the test because he kept on using the excuse he was waiting for his documentary crew to come out and document everything.
Yeah. Did you hear him?
Still waiting on that one.
No, he actually blamed these guys here this time. Did you catch that? He actually blamed in this video. Now, I don't know if he meant that this was the actual same production crew, mind you. Those are his words, production crew. Where's this shit? He was actually talking about how the production crew was twisting words.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is no bullshit. This was like right towards the end of the interviews there. Hold on.
Well, see, I actually missed that because I was, doing that thing called work.
Yeah. I don't want to hear your excuses.
Oh, shut up. I don't ever want to hear you bitch that I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this part where he says it. Pulling the wool over the public's eyes. Yeah. They keep on talking about the boat test. Hold on.
And my phone is all kinds of dying, so on the charger it goes.
Well, it's right around the 1 hour and 37-minute mark. I'm not going to narrow it all down, but it was like right about this part where, and for some reason my video is weirdly off. But where Mark Sargent and Skiba were sitting there talking about whatever shit about the boat test that was coming up, and and Jaron actually talks about he's sick of production companies and stuff like that because all they want to do is twist the results and all this other shit.
Oh God! But the documentary crew was on Jaron's side for his little laser test.
Yeah, well, apparently not. or maybe they were there on the side of fact and truth, but fact and truth weren't on his side. So, but I'd love to talk to somebody like Jaron or Skiba or Sargent about all this, but they don't come to me.
Well, I can actually state 80% sure why Jaron never released a video on that laser test. There was a globe earther there that had a camera. So he couldn't lie in his video. There was video evidence of otherwise what he would probably try to state.
Yeah. And did I I didn't get a chance to tell you here. You said you were over watching Team Septic.
I was actually on the Hangout, but that
what on Nathan's?
No. Over on Team Skeptic. He was having a hangout with PP.
Oh, really? With Pete?
No, not Pissy Pete. A guy named Pete and Peter or something like that.
Oh yeah, those two morons. Yeah. Okay. No, I thought you meant you were over on Nathan's because I've basically written the whole Nathan shit off. But I figured I'd show this just for a giggle here. Hold on. Home. Because there's nothing else for me really to say on the on the test that didn't work for these guys again. Let's see here. Go over here.
Pete and Peter rage quit when they realized that they weren't going to get away with just talking over everybody anymore. Jared was actually muting them whenever they would start to interrupt somebody, so they rage quit.
Oh, here, hold on a second.
Actually, they rage quit before I left. I just didn't realize they left.
Well, what's his name? your bestest buddy was all over my chat.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. And what do you call it? In typical Riley fashion, not commenting on anything having to do with the video.
Of course not.
And figured I'd share this with you. Okay. These were the comments that the only likes on his comments are the ones that actually he put on there.
Right.
And he even admitted it. He said, "Of course I did. I like my own comment because it's a great comment." Now I know you guys call him Liley all the time. I just don't. It's just not my thing. What do you call it? But he claimed that I had here I am apparently calling him Liley, and of course I am not going to acknowledge his smear as anything. Okay, and even if somebody else did, even if you went over to him and you said, "I acknowledge that your smear could be the Isle of Man," that's not my analysis. Okay, I only identify things that I can see. Okay, and I'm not going to go down the smear road. Okay, I'm really not. Okay, it should be behind 700 feet of curb. It is, but you won't acknowledge your own shit. And then he wants to go through and say that I'm a liar and all this. And then he says, I refuse to acknowledge his beach footage. And I said, dude, I made 2 videos about it. And it's even been presented, I think even one time by Tim Osmond on Nathan's fucking Hangout. So just shut the fuck up. Just figured I'd throw that out there.
Nope. Oh, Sly, I got to call you out on something. I seen you like your own comment.
Oh yeah, no, I was doing that to piss him off. I was doing that. I went back to piss him off, but
I did see a quote fly up there that you misquoted him because you're not the one that calls him Liley. I'm the one that calls you Liley.
Right.
I started the name. I'm going to stick with it because until you prove otherwise, the name is fitting.
Yeah. No, I don't do that because I don't. It's not because I find it childish, even though I kind of do. But let me tell you why I don't get into the whole name calling thing. Now I'll call you a moron.
Well, if he wants to start telling the truth, I'll stop calling him Liley.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't like to give flat earthers an out of a conversation. Okay, and I feel, at least inside of me, I feel that if I turn around and if I start getting into the whole name calling thing, then they'll concentrate on the name calling and they'll ignore the questions and the information that they should be responding to.
Well, he's so used to it by now from me that I think that it's his real name or something by now.
I don't know. I like the day that he thought it was going to somehow insult me by calling me Sylvester. Hey, deal with it, buddy.
Just remember, you got the name Italian Stallion for a reason.
Yeah, I've been dealing with it all my whole life. But it's just too funny, man. And so ultimately, please, like I said, go over and gather your own opinion right around the 15-minute mark, and then about the, what did I say, about an hour and 30-minute mark or something like that. Go ahead and watch how flat earthers do. It is so funny. Oh, and Sean, if you don't get in there and take those quotes there from Skiba about how Chicago is visible and put them into your video, I'm gonna smack you for dereliction of duty, because that was just
they don't show up mirrored, they don't show upside down. I heard all that. Yeah, I was like, okay, I got footage directly that contradicts that.
I mean, I will fly and drive to Indiana and smack you if you don't use those. Is that what it's going to take?
So you're going to drive across the Atlantic Ocean. Go ahead. Feel free.
Well, I said fly first. Now, come on. Don't be Riley and take me out of context.
But I can't quote mine. But
no, you don't have cornrows. But what do you call it? Oh, jeez. Anyway, so ultimately, there were flat earthers present when curvature was proven, and they still had nothing of value to say.
Yeah, not only flat earthers, big name flat earthers.
Yeah, we're not talking about Buddy Boy went out there or some shit like that. Okay.
Oakley, people like that. We're talking globe busters here.
Yeah,
Patricia Steer, Mark Sargent, Rob Skiba.
There was probably about 250, if not 300 combined subscribers out there.
Just to trigger the conspiracy nuts, everybody who was on the CIA payroll was there. since half the flat earthers think that they're all paid by the CIA, because of Mark Sargent, Patricia Steer, and they're their handlers.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so it was just it was yet another win for the Globe, as if it needed to be won.
Yeah, Belu was in the bush.
Yeah, Belu was in the bushes. But all right, that's about all I got for this hangout, guys. I just wanted to make sure I got my 2 cents in on that. And what do you call it? And again, thank you for everybody who liked and commented on the thank you video, the Tammy video. Again, y'all don't need to know what it's for. Just know that it's somebody that we have thanks to give.
Big time, yes.
And what do you call it? So it was the very least that we could do. Actually, as a matter of fact, we had most of it done way back in December. That's why in Sean's footage, there's still snow on the ground. and my original use of the 2 M's, I had actually walked 2 M's in the snow. And but I figured the churches looked better. But I hope everybody liked that, and like to say a particular thanks to assholes like Nathan, Riley, and Ranty for coming over and disliking the video. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. And what do you call it? And W. Dane, I did put in the description that it's not a flat Earth video. I don't want to talk about anything flat Earth below that video, and I did remove your comment. Please understand that. It wasn't anything. Yeah. It wasn't anything mean. It's just that's not what that video is about. All right. So, ladies and gents, I hope you all have a nice rest of your Sunday. Mine's pretty much drawing to a close, and it's hot and humid here, and I'm just like sweating my nads off. But anyway,
what's the temperature there?
What's that?
What's the temperature there?
I think it's in somewhere in the 80s, but we're talking about it's dark, man.
Wait, you didn't use Celsius? What is wrong with you?
Well, I figured I'd speak your language.
Well, I wanted to berate you for saying that 20 is not cold.
Yeah.
Or 20 is not hot. What are you talking about? That's freezing.
No, right now it is currently listed at least as being 25 degrees Celsius.
See, that's not hot.
Yeah. That's fucking hot, dude, especially for nighttime.
Water doesn't melt from ice until 32, dude.
Jesus.
Good night, guys.
Y'all have yourselves a nice night.